All right, so this one right here is for the NBA YoungBoy fans, and this video talks basically about how NBA YoungBoy got it from the bottom. Now he here with a net worth of about $10 million or so, or over $10 million. Now, I was under the impression that NBA YoungBoy was worth a whole lot more than $10 million, but shout out to TJ Small. Let's get into the details. If you've been turned in or tuned in, turned up or tuned in to modern hip hop in the last few years, you're likely already familiar with the prolific works of NBA YoungBoy. The artist, who is now 24 years old, first rose to prominence in 2015 and beyond, releasing numerous rap albums and mixtapes per year ever since. NBA YoungBoy has also amassed quite a large following through viral marketing techniques. He's earned a dedicated listenership of just under 16 million users on Spotify alone. This behind the mic success gives way to an impressive financial portfolio. Celebrity Networth estimates his full net worth to clock in at just over $10 million. Now, despite these major successes, NBA YoungBoy's career has been marred by legal troubles and music industry drama, keeping him from reaching his full financial potential. In fact, the young rapper has spent a significant portion of his fame on house arrest while awaiting trial for numerous alleged crimes. The situation keeps him from capitalizing on the outlet that many artists use to bolster their income, such as touring and endorsement deals. It's as good a time as any to examine the prolific body of work that was released by NBA YoungBoy in the last decade or so. Let's analyze the revenue streams contributing to his nest egg and get a sense for his overall financial holdings. Without any further preamble, let's dive right in and see what we can learn from NBA YoungBoy's impressive net worth. Okay, so we start out with early life. Long before NBA YoungBoy was topping the charts with tracks like Tears of Joy and Make No Sense, he was born Cantrell Deshaun Gaulden to an impoverished family in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. YB, as he's affectionately called, he suffered numerous health concerns and hardships as a child, including a broken neck, which would see him donning a head brace for several years. Raised primarily by his grandmother, his father was sentenced to life in prison. By the time YB reached his freshman year in high school, he had already dropped out and began taking up armed robbery to pay for studio time. Now, throughout his youth, NBA YoungBoy went in and out of juvenile prison system and eventually found himself in a group home following the 2010 death of his grandmother, who served as his only guardian. A lot of us today know his mom, so we're asking, where the hell was his mom in all of this? In the group home, it is said that he was frequently abused and bullied by the other teenagers. YB claims that his treatment in the foster care system is what led him to discovering a darker side of himself and eventually engaging in acts of violence as he grew older, with a chip on his shoulder. By the time he was 14 years old, YB had purchased a cheap microphone from Walmart and had began producing low-quality recordings at home with his friend and roommate OG3, Never Broke Again. Now, despite the low budget nature of his early recordings, NBA YoungBoy showed great promise in terms of his lyrical and vocal melodies, inspiring a host of support from other artists in the Baton Rouge area. And by 2015, that rising star managed to land features from local celebrities such as Boosie Badass, Kevin Gates, and several others. The following year, NBA YoungBoy was arrested and put on trial for charges of first-degree murder relating to an alleged drive-by shooting incident that took place in Texas. Now, while such serious charges would put the nail in the coffin for many other budding professionals, the situation actually raised NBA YoungBoy's street cred exponentially and led to him becoming something of a household name. I guess this is where people said, damn, I guess he really about that life that he rap about. Now, while the teen was in prison awaiting his trial, he released some of his earlier work with higher quality mastering, which only broadened his overall appeal to the masses. Now, by the time NBA YoungBoy was released from prison on a plea deal, he had formed connections with other notable artists, including Yo Gotti, 21 Savage, Young Thug, and Meek Mill, to name a few. Shortly after his release, NBA YoungBoy inked a 5-album deal with Atlantic Records to the tune of over $2 million. From 2015 to 2017, YoungBoy dropped a staggering 8 mixtapes, resulting in several placements on the Billboard Hot 100 charts and establishing him as a force to be reckoned with among the new generation. Since releasing his first official studio album, which was called Until Death Call My Name, in 2018, NBA YoungBoy has dropped a truly staggering quantity of music. He works hard. He records constantly. The 24-year-old rapper has a catalog which boasts 6 studio albums. He also has dozens of mixtapes and hundreds of single tracks. These do huge numbers with an impressive base of fans. NBA YoungBoy has even become the subject of a popular internet trend in which young fans respond to any mention of other artists with the simple retort, why be better? It's like them saying, oh, Kodak Black, he is dope. And NBA YoungBoy fans would type in the comment section, why be better? Quote unquote, why be better? Saying he's better than everybody. Unfortunately, his success has not helped him to avoid additional legal troubles, as he is in right now. As NBA YoungBoy has been the subject of numerous run-ins with the law, his legal issues include assault, kidnapping, and weapons charges in 2018, involvement with a shooting, and association with known felons in 2019, manufacturing and distributing drugs, and possessing stolen firearms in 2020, and too many other issues to count, leading up to where we are now, September 13th of 2024, as he awaits sentencing. Now, while some of these charges have been dropped, others have landed NBA YoungBoy on a prolonged house arrest. Being on house arrest prevents him from capitalizing on his success with a nationwide tour for several years now. YB has also admitted publicly that he is struggling with drug addiction and that he has recently sought to get some help from a rehabilitation center. NBA YoungBoy's financial portfolio has been stopped topped up by his inability to tour. In other words, if he could tour, he would make way more money, which would raise his net worth. Maybe it would put him like in the 60, 70, 80 million dollars range. But because he is basically getting all his money offline, streaming platforms, YouTube, Spotify, etc., his net worth is $10 million, which still is a lot of money. Additionally, his public image has made him radioactive to brands that are seeking celebrity endorsement. Not too many corporate entities want to stick their brand with somebody who is labeled a live wire, a killer, or anything along those lines. Now, that being said, NBA YoungBoy has managed to diversify his funds through a number of keen investment strategies. For starters, he purchased this expansive property in Salt Lake City, Utah, back in 2022 for an estimated sum of $5 million. Videos of the sprawling estate have showcased the modern interior design choices and the open floor plan. This makes the property an excellent investment, almost certain to increase in value. After all, if you're going to be spending a lot of time on house arrest, it may as well be spent in style. Other financial ventures headed by NBA YoungBoy includes the formation of his label, imprint Never Broke Again. The label houses such artists as No Cap, Quando Rondo, Chris James, Jason Cheese Goldberg. Seeking to promote other Baton Rouge acts who came up alongside YB, Never Broke Again shares a distribution deal with Universal Music Group. YoungBoy also collaborated with streetwear brand and sneaker chains, bringing his unique eye for fashion to the forefront of his portfolio. However, both ventures have since fallen by the wayside as the rapper continues combating and battling his legal woes. NBA YoungBoy went from struggling, from the gutter, from having nothing, to building a $10 million net worth in the span of only 10 years. I would say he cracked the code. It's clear that the artist still has plenty of growing up to do. I mean, he hasn't hit 25 years old yet. And science says your frontal lobe, which is the part of your brain that deals with intelligent thought, higher level thinking, executive decision making, impulse control, and all that, is not fully developed until you're at least 25 years old. YB just ain't there yet. With any luck, he'll beat his court cases or go do whatever little time they'll give him, and then he'll prevail against this addiction issue, and he'll find a way to continue stacking his money that also brings him peace and happiness. For now, it seems as though this is a goal that YB takes quite seriously. He has publicly expressed his intention to get sober one day and remain on the straight and narrow. Any way you slice it though, any way you look at this, $10 million net worth before he's 25, that will provide a healthy jumping off point to move his life in any direction he chooses once all this legal stuff is behind him. Listen, there are people out here, man, who are in their 70s, 80s, 90s, and have worked their entire lives, and they have not amassed not even $1 million. He has done so times 10 before he's even 25 years old, which tells me that YB has a lot of potential. He has a lot of potential to even make $1 billion. He's put certain things in place, and through all the chaos that's going on around him, you can still see the potential for greatness. I don't know. Let's wish him all the best. We know he's going to prison. He's already been found guilty. He's awaiting sentencing on his most recent charges. Let's see how that pans out. Let's see if prison helps him. And if he comes out of prison and decides to be a better person, a more mature person, or if he'll continue to go down the self-destructive path. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's BrainFlow TV / Hot Topics TV. You already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace.